Hi, today we are going to learn how to estimate what square roots mean. And by now you should have all received a worksheet that looks like this. And if you haven't, go ahead and get one. It should be in the classroom somewhere near this station. Now first, we're going to talk about what exactly a square root means. And basically what a square root is, it's a number when multiplied by itself equals a given number. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take these numbers on the side right here. We're going to go ahead and square them to see what we get. That way when we see these numbers and we have to take the square root, we can go ahead and recognize that those are, that we can go ahead and recognize what the roots of those numbers are. If you can see on this worksheet, there's like a little box. Didn't really come out. That's supposed to be a multiplication sign. So the first thing I want you to do is to go ahead and take your pen or pencil. I want you to go ahead and add either a dot for multiplication or a multiplication sign. It's supposed to be 1 times 1 equals 2. 2 times 2 right there. So 1 squared is equal to 1 times 1, which equals to 1. 2 squared equals 2 times 2. Which equals to 4. I want you to fill out the rest of this chart. I'll do 2 more examples with you, and then I want you to pause the video, and then I want you to fill out the rest of the chart on your own. Okay? So, for example, 3 is 3 squared, right? Which is equal to 3 times 3, which is equal to 9. Or 4 squared is equal to 4 times 4, which is equal to 16. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video now, and then fill out the rest of this chart. Okay, so now that you've filled out the rest of this chart, hopefully, we're now going to do the opposite. We're going to take these numbered squared, and then we're going to take the square root to see what taking square roots mean. So square root of 1 is equal to square root of 1 times 1, which is equal to 1. Or if we see the square root of 4, we can recognize that a 4 is composed of 2 times 2, which is equal to 2. Okay, you're going to do the same thing here. You're going to take this 9 right here. If you ever saw the square root of 9, you would know that it's a square root of 3 times 3, and since it's square root of 3 times 3, the square root of 9 is 3, because 3 times 3 gives you 9 under the radical. Okay. Or square root of 16, it's the same thing as square root of 4 times 4, which is equal to 4 right here. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and fill out the rest of the chart. So hit the pause button and fill out the rest of the chart. Okay, so I went ahead and filled out some of the numbers, some of the number in these columns. Like 5 squared is equal to 25, 6 squared is equal to 36, and so on and so forth. Now this chart is really good in helping us estimate the value of these square roots. So I want you to go to the top right hand corner of your paper where it says estimating square roots, and I'm going to show you how this works. Say like we have the square root of 42. And we go to our chart and we see that 6 squared is 36. And we see that 7 squared is 49, and we see that 42 is kind of in the middle. Since it's between 6 and 7, we can go ahead and estimate that the square root is about 6.5. Okay? Or for example, we see that we have the square root of 12. Well, 12 doesn't match up with any of these numbers that we have squared here in this column. However, it is a number that is between 9 and 16 right here. And since 9 is 3 squared and 16 is 4 squared, we can guess that the square root of 12 is approximately 3.5. Okay? And again, square root of 132. It's between 121 and 144, which is between 11 squared and 12 squared. So we can go ahead and guess that this is probably around 11.5, or between 11 and 12. And just to see how accurate we were, let's go ahead. I'm going to get out the calculator right here. And let's see how close we were. So square root of 42 is about 6.5. Okay? Or square root of 12 is about 3.5. And square root of 132 is about 11.5. So our strategy works. Okay. So what I want you to do for the rest of this station is go down to the bottom part of your chart right here, and I want you to go ahead and just, right next to this square root number, go ahead and guess what it is. And so what you're going to do is next to the square root of 32, you're going to go ahead and do these little signs right here, the little squiggly equal sign, which means approximately, and you're going to go ahead and write your answer out for each of these. Okay, so go ahead and do that.